going to a wee place now. A couple of ruins, a wee cottages, away at the end of this road. When this road finally ends, there's only a goat's path up through the bog, and there's two wee ruins. And it's been more than 10 years since I've been out here, and I photographed them. And they were really good ones because the roof was still on them. All the interiors were still intact. Everything was a mess, but there was some really good stuff in it. There's a photograph, I have loads of photographs of it. So I thought it'd be nice to come back after all this time and see what kind of changes there have been. See if the roof's still on them. I got lovely photographs of an old dash churn for making butter. I wonder, is it still here? Well, I just had to get out of the house. Not a great day for it, but I had to get out of the house and come up and do something. I hope there's enough light left in the evening, because there's a fair wee walk to go yet. But we'll see. There's a lovely wee cottage in here. Look at that. Nice wee spot. Doesn't seem to be anybody there. Probably a holiday home. I'm after passing 2 or 3 houses on this road that weren't there the last time I walked up here. Probably more holiday homes. Fuck. I do not remember this junction. I cannot remember which way to go. I should have looked at the fucking map, but no. Freestyle everything. Get lost. That's the way to do it. I took the right road. I remember this old barn. I'm fucking lost again, hey. I mean, I was here before, I remember this house. But this is not where I want to be. Fucking hell. Right, back at that junction. I went up there. No good. So, try down here. Christ almighty. I can't remember all these wee twists and turns. It's at least 10 years since I was here, but fuck, it's funny how the memory goes. Hey. I think I'm on the right road now, because I remember the road being very close to a stream in there, and all trees all around you. You can imagine what this is like in the summer, when the whole place is green. It's really nice. Well, I'm nearly sure this is the right road. That's lovely. There's a cottage now at the end of this road, and it's is still intact. It's got a slate roof and windows and door. I was in it before. Then that's kind of the end of the path we're on. But then there's a smaller path then that keeps going. And so out of curiosity, I kept following the smaller path. And then I couldn't believe it then. At the end of the path, there was 2 more cottages. And they're the ones I'm trying to get to. I hope there's enough light. I'd say she'll be dark in an hour. The forestry now. Look at all them fucking. Look at all them things. Well, forestry makes everything gloomy and silent. You think someone just turned down a fucking dimmer switch? You can't hear the river anymore. It gets very ominous, scary. I'll tell you, never camp out in a forest or you will shite yourself. Every wee fucking noise gets a wee fucking twig cracking half a mile away. Oh, you'd be jumping through the fucking tent. Always camp out in the open. And always camp out near water. You'll never feel lonely if you can hear water running. And plus you need it for cooking and cleaning. But Jesus, never camp in a forest. Not if you're on your own, like. Sorry if you're with friends. And you're about carry out with you. A funny wee house. See the wee arched window frames? And a wee porch. There's not much to see in here. Just a shell. Only a shell. Once the sheep get in, it's finished. And once the rain gets in, it's even more finished. That's not the wee house I was talking about. Right, what does this say? No trespassing. That means keep going. In my language. Right, where do you see this for a spot here? Where do you see this for a place to live? All opens out. Lovely wee glen, wee valley. All to yourself. Where do you see this? There's the wee farmhouse. Now, I'm not going to go into this house because if I'm going to put this on the internet, I'd say the farmer or his sons or his nephews still be up here after sheep, and I don't think they'd appreciate me going on around the house. So that's fair enough. I was on it before, anyway, fucking 10 years ago, but I didn't put that on the internet. So we'll skip this one, but we'll get into the next two, because they're way on up, and I don't think anybody goes into there. And there's the fucking rain. Bastard. Right. Some spot. A nice place to live, hey. When I was in London, I used to fantasize about buying this place and doing it up. But fuck that. You need the one a lot though. But it's in a lovely remote spot. It can't be remote enough for me. Shut up the fuck, I'm not here to feed you. You wanna go on the internet? But there's a wee track. I saw that wee track and I thought, Jesus, where does that go now? And I just thought to myself, I said, what odds? Follow it and see. I see a wee path. I fucking have to follow it. And boy, I was very glad I did. That is remote there, hey. But that's nothing compared to where we're going. Now, look at this for a road. If you saw that there now, you'd hardly think there's two houses at the end of it. Would you be wrong? Imagine the people that lived up here, if they don't want to go into town, or children going to school, this is the path. This was the way they would have went. I don't see any other road on here. But already you can see already I know the telltale signs that there's a house up there. The trees planted for shelter. Nowhere else is there trees around the bog, just that one particular spot, so that's always a giveaway. TPG 2004. That's where I've come from, nearly there now. You can see it through the trees. Imagine my surprise the first time I came up here following this path, thinking it was going nowhere, and then I see a fucking cottage is still whitewashed. I get a wee bit closer. I see the roof's intact, the windows and doors are still there. Oh Jesus, I got very excited. And then I got closer again and I could see there was another one. Oh no, it was a real find. It's just gold dust to me. I love finding these wee things. But that is remote, hey. That is remote. It's hard to believe, the isolation that people lived in. Of course, there'd have been no electricity, no plumbing, but I think, obviously you see these houses, you think, oh, they've been abandoned for decades and decades, but I think I saw calendars on the wall from the 1990s. Luckiest. clouds over there. It's going to be mad going in here again after all this time, because these were such good finds at the time. I came back here 2 or 3 separate occasions to photograph stuff, because I'd go home and look at the photographs and I'd go, oh Jesus, I should have done this and I should have done that. I'd jump in the car and way back then another day. I think I was up here at least 3 times. I brought a friend up with me here once as well, Mark. But here's the first of them. Right, the roof's still on her, boy. Ah, little door. The door's a wee bit. Fuck. No, the sheep have been on. The fucking sheep are on, that's it. The fuckers. There's a little creel there. So once the sheep are in, that's it. Everything's fucking wrecked. Oh, Jesus. Paddy. There's a white Paddy. See, there's a wee bed in the corner there. Built into a wee recess in the wall. Up close to the fire. It would have been a grandparent got that bed because it was close to the fire for heat. Little old moleskin trousers hanging. And you can see the crane. This is the crane here. This comes out. Well, it would move out, swing in and out, and it would hang your pots and pans and that. And there used to be a row of clocks sitting on the mantelpiece. I remember it well. And the old dresser. That dresser was full of old bits and bobs and odds and ends. And one bedroom. The fucking bed's gone too. It was an old armchair. His Sacred Heart, just about visible. A little wardrobe. I think there was a tin box sitting there full of clay pipes. It might be in the overhouse. It might have been there. Can't mind. But them clay pipes were given out at wakes. Oh, it's a pity, hey, because this was in such good shape. Let's see, the door went in and that's it. The sheep come in for shelter. The sheep wreck everything. Anyway, we'll go up to the other one. And nature gets it all back in the end. Hey. Now there was a path up to this other house, but I can't be arsed looking for it. I'm just going to plough across here and probably get soaked, fall into a bog hole. Nah, wouldn't be the first time. You'd want to be in good terms with your neighbour anyway, living up here. You wouldn't want to be falling out with. Now, here's the next one. I hope to God the door's still on her. Ah, Jesus, no. Don't tell me. Fucking door's gone. Same thing. Same thing again, eh? Oh, I don't believe it, eh? Ah, Jesus Christ. The old dash turn's gone. Fuck. There's another one of them wee beds, look. A wee partition to close on. Wee door on it for privacy. There's the crane there again. The old crane. Used to be a radio sitting on that shelf there. And that cupboard there was full of old bottles. Old colourful old bottles. Nothing fucking lasts. Bed's gone. There was a table there and it had a big dash churn on it for making the milk. And it had the dash, the thing where the stick was on. Perfectly preserved. Jeez, I hope they got that before the fucking place was wrecked. And I think then there was a wee low bench, and I put it on a wee bench there. I took a photograph of it. This house was full of wee things. Maybe there was another bed there, I can't remember. Paddy, hey. It is an awful fucking pity. I think. Mister, I'm just a fucking sentimental old fucking fool, sure. But what odds? We all need some kind of pastime. Our house. Fuck's sake, wild shame here, hey. All your fucking memories are gone now, boy. I don't think I'll be back again. I think this will be my last visit. There's nothing left to see. Well, Good luck to you.